I'm Greg Jarboe with the Search Engine Watch channel, and I'm here with Matt Van Wagner. Matt, I have a tough question for you.
Greg, I love the tough questions.
So, managing pay-per-click campaigns has got to be tough. Is there a way to A, avoid the pitfalls, B, seize the opportunities, and C, get back home by 6?
Well, how about we get home by 5:30?
You can get home by 5:30?
You can get home by 5:30.
AM or PM?
Either way, it's a win.
So you've been using Acquisio. Tell us some of what you've been able to accomplish with it.
Oh, sure, yeah. We're an agency, okay? And we service a number of different clients that are advertising on the big three, Google, Yahoo, and Bing. And one of the tough problems we have is collecting all the data we possibly need and pulling it into spreadsheets, being able to analyze it so that we can, number one, know what's going on in the campaigns, number two, be able to report intelligently to customers, and three, track trends. We've built some really cool spreadsheets that pull data feeds out of the search engines and pull them right in Excel, but still it's very, very manual process. So we have always been on the lookout for a tool that will allow us to manage cross-platform, will allow us to work the way we work and not make us conform to the tool that, the tool's method of working. And a way to visualize data so that we can do trend line analysis, so that we can do continuous process improvement with our clients. That's what we found in Acquisio.
So you don't love Excel?
I love Excel. Well, we love Excel. As a matter of fact, there's some things that Acquisio will not do, but Acquisio allows you to pull data down, do some stuff, and pull up charts and data back up into the tool for our reporting suites. So we still get to use Excel when we want to, yeah.
So tell us what you've been able to accomplish for clients using Acquisio.
Right, well, Greg, one of the big challenges we have as an agency is peak load processing. Those spiky times of the year or month or week when there are more things to do than there are people or hours. And so, for example, one big example of that is monthly billing. In order to do monthly billing, with all of our clients, they all want it done, the end of the month hits, the first of the month hits the next month. They all want their reports as fast as they possibly can. Well, again, there are only so many hours in a day. Well, with Acquisio, we've predefined reports. All of our reports are sitting there waiting for us at the beginning of the month. So we can present beautiful, just stunning reports that look consistent, they tell what we need them to tell. And now we can get back to the job of, all right, Mr. Client, or Mrs. Client, or Ms. Client, however the case may be, here's your data, and now we can spend all of our time doing the analysis and the reporting and say, this is what we see, this is what we think needs to be done, this is what we plan to do this month. So we spend more of our time doing what we do as opposed to having to just collect all the data and make it pretty for the client. So we get our bills out quicker. We get to do more thorough analysis. We get to interface with the clients at a more meaningful level earlier in the month. And so for us, it's been a dream come true.
So you really can get home by 6?
We really can get home on Sunday, yeah. So.
Oh, okay, all right. So talk about then some of the pitfalls that Acquisio may help you avoid.
Well, it's funny because they have the ability to do graphic line analysis, trend analysis. And we live and die by that. And the human eye is much better at spotting differences in data when you present it visually, either with run charts or as some sort of graphing. So I was training one of our new employees the other day, and I said, well, here's what we use for our reporting, and here's how we use it. And so I said, let's drill into this account, and I'll show you how you can compare two graph lines. And by comparing two different metrics, you can eventually find your way to where your problem is. So let's take a look at INR. Everything's going great there. Let me show you, because we've got all the conversions set up, cost per conversions, everything's tracking well. And we get in, and all of a sudden we see this trend line that goes like this.
That's not a good trend.
So it was a learning moment. It was a teachable moment. So he said, you see this trend, that goes from like here down to 0? We need to understand this, don't we? Okay. Fortunately, because the data was all there, we were able to quickly drill in, and we saw that everything in our campaigns looked right. Nothing had been disabled, the budgets were good and everything else. The most puzzling problem we'd ever seen. All of our, we had one customer as a pharma customer, and what we eventually found out was that Google had, in a fit of trying to keep the FDA at bay, taken all sorts of pharma terms offline, would not allow you to advertise them unless you were an online pharma. Well, so there's nothing we can do about that in that particular case, but we were able to, rule ourselves out as a suspect, rule out bidding, budgets, all those other things out of the way, so that we could then inform the client, hey, look, I've got, not so good news for you, but we're going to do some other things. But so the nice part about the Acquisio tool is it was there. The problem was there, and then we were able to, circumnavigate into it by, using the various comparison tools.
Have you been able to seize any opportunities because of Acquisio?
Oh yeah. One thing that we like to do is ask the question, why are we doing so well on this term on Google, but not on Yahoo? And so you can see very quickly when click-through rates are 5 here and 2 there, or they drop off, in some way, you can very easily see where the opportunity is to go in and say, well, it should be at least working this well. There's no reason why it shouldn't. So let's drill in and see what we can do. So there's all sorts of ways to be able to do the cross-platform campaign management at a very granular level. Is it an ad that's a problem? Is it their editorial policy? Is it the matching? Well, the matching is subtly different between each of the 3 networks. And so, yeah, we've been able to find opportunities which are just below the surface by, again, looking at their trendline tools. Now, the other very interesting opportunity we've got is the ability to have clients have better confidence in us. And one of the neat reports that Acquisio just put in, and they seem to be putting in stuff like weekly now. I mean, it's almost hard to keep up with the great changes they're putting in.
Are they putting in more features than they have T-shirts?
I think I'm out of the whatever size T-shirt they sell these days, so I don't know. But they just put in a KPI report about 2 months ago, and maybe it's 3 months ago. But the KPI report allows you to see your progress towards goal, budget, conversions, CPA, the whole thing, and it updates it, day by day, so that you know whether you're running hot on your campaigns, you're running too cold, where your problems are, where you need to take your foot off the accelerator, or really kind of do some things to increase your efforts. Clients absolutely love that because they call you in the middle of the month and say, how are things going? Man, we are right on target, or we're 95%, or we're 105%.
Yes, it is possible to avoid the pitfalls.
Avoid the pitfalls.
Seize the opportunities.
Seizing opportunities.
And still get home by...
I was lying about that part. But at least I could enjoy, more time at home now that I have the Acquisio tool, especially at the beginning of the month.
There you have it. I'm Greg Jarboe for Search Engine Watch, and who knows, magic happens.